Welcome back to Yeti. It's episode number 70. The Peloton is shrinking very quickly in this final stage of Catalonia. I've gone straight to the end of it. I did not bring an A team to this, but a lot of these riders between the first stage and this final seventh stage, a lot of the riders have reached fitness peaks. Some of them did have objectives for this race just because of what surrounds it and creating an opportunity. So while I've skipped all the early stages, finally, we find ourselves with one kind of solid opportunity for this team. Pace has been pretty high. There's still 4 riders off front. Originally it was 6. The gap is not very big to them, but this looping course that we are on here to wrap this stage up, there's still 33 kilometers to go. We've only gone through twice. We have 4 more times to go, and the guys have really drifted back towards the back end of it. Now, some of the group that got dropped off has made contact with the front group, but the others have fallen away. And for us, we're kind of at the tail end of it right now, so we've got to make some forward progress. But I'm trying to conserve the energy to have any sort of chance to win the stage, because all we're here for in this case, as we're completely out of the GC picture, all we're in for is the stage. So the snowball opportunity. So as we go through the third lap now, we've moved forward a little bit. Montez needs to gel up now. Zippinati needs to gel up, and Gottstein. So the original domestiques of the day. We've made some forward progress. Montez is up there. He must have Shui. Shui's looking good. It's the others that are on the weaker side. Who's my... Oh, we only have 6. Okay, there is no 7th. We are down to 96, and we are down to 2 left off the front. So one by one, riders are slipping out the back. And Montez is about to kind of get dropped, and he's protecting Shui. And Shui is the one that needs protection the most. I think Abdullah is the one who needs it the least. So we want to make sure that we switch focus off of Abdullah onto Shui. But Abdullah is going to be the one to take over on Shui here soon enough. As we go over the top of that one, that is lap number 4 of 6. Breakaway has been caught. For the moment, there was contact with the back group, but that did not last long. I'm down to 3 guys, basically. Abdullah in place. Shui is there.
The pace has slowed somewhat. It's perhaps due to fatigue.
Zippinati is still around. Yeah, Zippinati. Pace lifted after we caught the breakaway a little bit. 16K left. 14K. Zippinati still hanging on. And the Peloton is growing. Here, this is the acceleration. Ciabra, Alessi. Alright, so Zippinati is going to take over control here as those guys accelerate. They have not given a gap. It's just a big acceleration. Zippinati is done, though. Put him onto the back. He didn't last but a moment. Abdullah takes over, and all of a sudden we're down to, it was 21 there for a second with 1 off the front. Ciabra. Panamar and Shui, though, are struggling to keep up, but they'll get some recovery here as we continue on, and Abdullah keeps up the pace. Panamar in a position. Shui in a position. Gotta get over this one to set up Shui for the next one, but there goes Vlasov and Uchabrooks. Can't sprint like this. Wait, 6K. Abdullah can push and Shui follow, and then Panamar. There you go. He gave just a brief lead out there for Shui. But we have not caught these guys. What do I have for any sort of sprint capability? Panamar and Abdullah.
The riders just passed the 5 kilometers road sign.
Shui, 3.5K to go. There's 4 off the front. How did they get off the front? Okay, soft sprinting for Shui. Leading out Abdullah and Panamar, 2K to go. It's all downhill. I still don't see how these 4 guys got away. I didn't see it. Panamar There they are. It's Catcher, Martinez, Vlasov, and Chabrooks. Okay. Well, I saw two of them go away. I thought we caught them, but we were catching lapped riders. And even then, we are not 5th, 6th. It's Gregoire and Vingegaard. And where did we end up coming in at? 12th. 12th was our highest. 18th, 19th for the other two. So, good competitive day, but not featuring for a win. Tough field though. I mean, it's just Catalonia. It's not a major race, but it's a World Tour race, and you know there's going to be some talent here. But it's Pogacar, it's Vingegaard, like all the best talent. Race after race after race, they are everywhere. We're at Dwarsdorf-Vlaanderen. It's the Baby Flanders race. It's still World Tour, and it's still an opportunity to get a lower level snowball going. So we're going to see what we can do. But the unfortunate thing is, one, I didn't prioritize this race, so nobody is stacked up for it. But to make matters worse, it's raining, and the riders hate it. Our average is about a -3. Pickrell ended up with a +2. So I don't know what the exact math is here, but it's really bad. Really, really bad. So we go through those 3 cobbled sectors. There are 3 more. None of them are serious. There is undulation, but none of it's serious. So it's ultimately a sprint race. And on my sprinters, they are combined for a -4. So pretty tall order to try to come away with something today. Slowly we're starting to get back into position. We've got one last like decent hill, otherwise it's just light undulation here and there. Water task never did finish. We got a few guys at the front who never received their water from Zayats, as we saw split in the field at the most inopportune time. But the peloton's down to 100, or at least it was just a moment ago, and we're starting to see a group of riders break away. Contact being made again, another breakaway, and we're coming into the biggest cobbled sector of the day. It's 3 stars. This is a good time to make sure that the guys are actually holding position. Tella is nearly done. Zayats is nearly done. Terrible race day condition. Look at that. Zayats. Did he have a flat, or he's waiting for Vasilevsky? And Vasilevsky, like, how did Vasilevsky get so far behind him? I don't know. I don't know. Is his cobble rating that bad? Could be. Both of them quite bad today. 2 cobbled sectors left, but they are both very, very short. They're in that final run in. We're down to 20k. We're down to 40 at the front with 78 chasing, and Vasilevsky looks like he's not going to be part of this as he gets back up in there, of course.
It seems to be catching. And he's
Full of shot. Please. Set these guys to auto. Definitely don't need to see them again. Set him to auto. I've got 4 guys left, 15k, and there's attacks at the front, and I don't have the numbers to respond to it. I don't have the strength remaining to respond to it. G is nearly done. Lind has a -4. Shaw has a -3. Pickrell's got to be the guy today, even though Shaw is the fast man. Maybe we have to, I don't know, 75, 78 versus a 78, 79. He's just significantly faster. He just doesn't have the red bar. But there's 6 riders off the front. 5 of them might get caught here in a moment. Are we even gaining on them? No, they are pulling away. Not the final cobbled sector. There's still 1 more to go. We are 40 seconds down. Those guys are pulling away. I'm guessing they are favorites. Not all the favorites. Not really. Ghana, yes, but 8k. Time to respond as best we can. Our best chance to win is still Shaw, so we kind of have to ride for him, even though Pickrell is in much, much better shape. But Shaw's faster. Just period. The end. 6 riders still ahead. Still half a minute, but it was 40 seconds. But here comes an attack of other riders trying to join them instead of... So it's all about bridging the gap instead of what you would think it would be about. I need to gel up
There's another
these
rider with a
guys.
puncture. The sides of the road are not a tire's best
Down to
friend.
4 off the front.
Darkness has fallen.
2 seconds. Not 2 seconds, 2K. Pick
By
roll.
Lads Pedersen.
Those front 4 are attacking. Shaw. We're not going to catch the front 4. We catch 2 of them, but can we even overtake them? The front 2 are going to hang on. It's Pedersen. It's Sigert. Abramson was among them. Simmons is going to beat us to the line, though. And Van Aert. Van Aert didn't look like he was beating us to the line, but he did. So Shaw gets 7th. Pickroll gets 10th. Good points. I suppose take that for really bad race day condition and not, you know, stacking the deck to prepare for the race. You'll take that. You'll take that. That's an okay result. Welcome to the opening kilometers of the Ronde van Vlaanderen. It's a monument. It's a major race, and we are, you know, totally overmatched. We have 0 chance. So we're gonna try to give ourselves a 1% chance by doing something bold. That being get into the breakaway. That alone does not give us a chance. There's still a 0% chance if I go in the breakaway. But if I can find a way to have them let me get 3 riders, like my 3 best riders on the day, into the breakaway, I give us a shot. One guy can do the work, so we're contributing. One guy can protect whoever the leader is, and that's going to give us a chance to hang on to this thing. I don't think it's going to go well. We're going to skip way far forward, but I got to figure out who my 3 riders are that are in the best position, have the best shot. Haddad's a pretty good climber, but not good cobble rated. That's going to be a factor, right? I don't have the cobble ratings. Hagland is right there, so that's good. Pickroll. Pickroll's one of our guys. He's not the best climber, but Pickroll is somebody who's got the flat rate, got the cobble rating, can hang in there for a while. So we're going to send Pickroll up the road. That's one. Hagland should be the guy. He's got a -2. He's on 85% fitness. He's coming off of another fitness peak, but he's still my best rider. He's still good at 71 stamina, so it's not the worst in the world. And his cobble rating's not the worst in the world. So that's 2 guys. After that, it's going to depend a little bit on who can get up there. Is it Panamar? Is it Abdullah? Those are the 2 with the best chance right now. They're chasing us down already. They are not liking the idea of me having 2 riders go up the road. I'm going to tell them both to recover for now, but yeah, it's not a good sign if I can't even get 1 guy up the road. Pickroll. They responded immediately. He didn't have the red bar to try to do something, but immediate response. Lind has a good cobble rating, but he's on a -2 today as well, and he's not a good enough climber. G is definitely not the guy. Abdullah's got to be the other guy. Right, if we're only going to get 2 up the road, or 1 up the road, it's got to be Abdullah. It's got to be Pickroll, and here comes another big attack. And I couldn't get anybody going up the road. Like, they're responding to me. Is nobody Continental Pro Team? Currently, there's 12 riders up the road, and they are chasing. So let them chase. Let them chase. Make contact. There we go. Somebody else comes forward to chase. They're going to make contact with them in just a second. Those 5 set up, but they're still chasing. They're still chasing the front 7. Okay, UAE sits up. Abdullah's got to go right now. They respond to that. I can't even get 1 rider in the break, let alone 3. Well, they've made contact with the front group, but 1 rider got separated, so now it's together. 11 riders. It's only 44 seconds. They're chasing us down here really quick, and Abdullah does not have the strength to go on another attack if this doesn't hold. If we're lucky, 5 riders get dropped out of this, and then they decide that the 6 are okay. It's back out to 49 seconds. Abdullah, don't contribute. Just sit on, start to recover. It's not really recovery, but we've got to be ready with our next guy, which is Pickroll. Yeah, can't even land a rider in the breakaway. 1, let alone. It's all back together. Pickerel coming forward. Here comes the next group to attack. He gets blocked off a little bit. Can we also attack with Hagland? There's only a few right now. But it's not going to work for me. Pickerel is not going to beat these guys. It's not going to beat Sweeney.
More than a minute between them.
Or Pinhope. But that's your breakaway for the day. We'll see how Pickerel can fare alone. First 4-star sector, first difficulty of the day. The breakaway has a 6-minute advantage. It was as much as 7.5. And there's still 140k to go. So for it to have already come down by a couple of minutes is a worrying trend for any hopes of these 6 going anywhere, especially with, you know, the just immense quality that there is in the field. We had a momentary separation. Might need to make a little bit more effort with these guys to hold their positions, especially as we're going to start getting into bigger, better, harder cobbled sectors here momentarily as the real race begins. Plenty of undulation, plenty of cobbles, plenty of difficulty. Pickerel. Good so far, but only 520 ahead. 120k, we're going to need to get water here fairly soon. I'm going to delay that just a little bit. It's a nice healthy gap in between cobbled sectors after the following one. So once Pickerel gets through it, I'll drop back. Well, I'll have him get water, and then we'll drop back and have the others. He can do that now. There you go. He's on through. And then Lind, as we come through this one, he can drop back and get water. 167 in the peloton. Already a couple of riders out the back, and the gap is growing very rapidly to those who are getting dropped. Making sure to take turns with Pickerel as we hit a 4-star climb here. Make sure to take turns, but put in minimal effort to have any chance of, you know, if this group hangs on. But at 350, it's not looking too promising. We get splits in the group, and I think that might have had something to do with Hagland's puncture there as he drops back. His group, 61 chasers, try to get back up there. It'll make 100, and there it does. 104 left in the peloton, 6 in the break, 310 to that breakaway. Still 82 kilometers to go. Once we hit the next cobbled sector, that's when things get chaotic. So it's going to be a hang on for dear life. Down to 100. Is that riders attacking? I think it very much is riders attacking. Sagart, Fedorov, Watson, Quentin Hermans. Hermans is already looking like he's not going to last long. But this group only has a 2-minute advantage. So for Pickerel, there's no point speeding up right now. They're way too far away, and the gap is way too small for the breakaway to have any sort of chance right now. I think one of the better moves is going to be trying to attack with... Well, Hagland's struggling, right? We've got a rider protecting him, and he's struggling. So maybe Abdullah? Do we attack with Abdullah? Try to form the next breakaway? Because staying in the group, we're not going to beat them on the way to the finish. We're not going to hang on. We're not going to win that sprint. We're not going to, you know, be the best rider in that scenario. So the honest truth is our only chance is from the breakaway, which is why I tried to send 3 guys up the road, because Pickerel alone isn't going to do it. We can't set a high tempo to conserve his energy, and you know, now it's 10 riders away. And now I feel like I can sit on. He got water, but Abdullah is the only one who did not. Abdullah is solo at the moment. There's splits all over the road. That's now the peloton that Pickerel is sitting in. We just don't have the cobble ratings to handle these situations. I mean, G has energy, Lind has energy, but they hit these sectors and don't have any pace. Lind's got a 74 cobble, but he's got a 64 mountain. Abdullah doesn't have any energy either. Pickrell's on his own in a group of 3 that aren't riding. We got dropped from that group somehow. Sitting on it a 90 effort. The cobbled climb, possibly. Oh, Abdullah just bridged the gap to that group. Funny. Nice timing. Okay, we made it here. Toynes is here. Ramirez, Palace. Big time names, but spread out. Two more sectors to get through, and now we back up. Abdullah's here. Abdullah, can you protect him? Some of the biggest names, but that was it. Pickrell completely out of energy here. No.
Only 15
Our
kilometers
0% chance that became a 1/4% chance is back down to 0. Back down to 0. Let's just watch what happens at the front. We'll set all of our guys to auto.
The percentages are very high.
There's Gurmai going backwards. Watson
There's
trying to
another
go
rider with a
forward.
puncture. The sides of the road
That
are
was the
flat
guy
tires
out of
going
our
around.
group that was leading the way. Nice. Just saw Nice put in a
The finish
very
line is
poor
getting
performance in
close. The riders
cyclocross.
have
Actually,
passed
2
the
weeks in a
10
row. When he is the favorite right now, because they're missing Vanderpool, they're missing Van Aert, they're missing all the favorites. This is the profile that we need a Pickrell to be, right? 77 cobble, 77 flat, 75 stamina, and higher 60s climbing. That still wouldn't be enough. Morgado, who was with him? Pedersen. Oh, Pedersen losing. Siegert.
The finish line
Bittner.
is getting close.
Those two are
The
hanging
riders
on,
just
and
passed the 5 kilometers road
again,
sign.
that's the almost Pickrell. But here is Vanderpool, who's only got the 65 bound, but he's 78 hills, 73 cobble, 80 flat. Lescano
Seems to be catching.
and Van Aert. So the 2 favorites plus Lescano, and Lescano, he's got a little more on that climbing than what they have, but they are done climbing. It's the final 2 kilometers. Final kilometer. Van Aert looks like he's going to take it, and he does. Vanderpool gets second. Lescano gets third. Siegert is going to hold off. Bittner for a top 5. Good on them. 3K left. Sprint. Nice. Pickrell for 49th place. I thought it was top 30. But nope. Barely squeezed out a top 50. That's where we're at. That's okay. Let's say we are not built for too many fronts right now. It's going to take a long time before we get to where we can win on any type of profile. And this is the profile that's most in jeopardy until we get some big nations. It's only the biggest nations that fare well in this type of profile, and we are not at the stage of unlocking any of those yet. So we just have yet to find anybody besides a 74 cobble rating. We've got 2 riders with a 74, and everybody else is below 70. And neither of those guys have the climbing, and none of the climbers have the cobble. Nobody had the race day condition to give it much of a chance either. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.